But honestly, feel free to call me crazy in the comments. I totally accept it. And I genuinely think it's because I just don't want my hair locked anymore. I'm going to be finishing my makeup and taking out my braids with you while we chat, because we have a lot to talk about. So get a snack, get some tea, get cozy. This is hibiscus tea. It's so good. I got it from Kroger. It's delicious. And I put a little bit of cane sugar in it. Oh, and look at the color. It's so pretty, right? I want to do kind of a fall-ish makeup. I've never really done like a specific makeup look for fall, but I'm gonna try to talk at the same time, so we'll see how this goes. So I've done my foundation, my concealer, my brows. Now I'm gonna get into everything else. So if you didn't already know, I've had locks for a very long time. I basically, majority of my life. So I got locks when I was 10. I had them for 14 years, and then I did a big chop. I was a loose natural for a year with a TWA, like a teeny weeny afro. And then I got locked again, and now I've had my locks for 4 years. So that's nearly 20 years of having locks. That's a long time. And at first I wanted to get to 5 years locked, just to say like I'm 5 years locked, you know, because it's kind of a milestone, I would say. But then I realized I don't want to get to 5 years locked. Like I really have no desire to reach that milestone. And it's kind of funny, but I got to 14 years locked, and now I'm 4 years locked. So I don't know, something about fours just feels right. It's an even number. But no. So yeah, I realized I'm turning 30 in April. And when I think of my 40-year-old self, not 40, when I think of my 30-year-old self, I just didn't see locks. I didn't see myself with locks at 30. So I realized I have to just follow through with that feeling and end my lock journey. And I know some of you are gonna be sad about that because you follow me, you were inspired by me to get locks, and you follow me because of my locks, my lock journey. And I get that. At the same time, I have to go with my gut feeling and what I want to do, you know? I can't just keep a hairstyle because I need to make YouTube videos. Like that doesn't make sense. And I'm sure you guys understand that. So I've been thinking about ending my lock journey since the summer. It was actually when I started combing out the perimeter of my hair because of postpartum hair loss. The feeling that I got from releasing all of that shed hair and seeing my hair texture was a really good feeling. And I wasn't expecting it to feel like that, you know, but it did. So I was like, I took note of it. And then ever since then, it kind of planted the idea in my head, like, it's really not that hard to comb out locks. You could do it. The idea of this has been kind of brewing in my head since the summer. And I got a couple comments like, uh-oh, she's gonna cut off her locks, or, and I was like, and so when I saw those comments, I was like, oh. But to be honest, I was going back and forth about it because I'm like, do I really want to comb out my locks? Like, I just cut my hair into a bob, you know, I've always wanted to do that. Should I enjoy it a bit longer? And technically I am, because it's going to take a while to comb out my locks anyway. But you know, I was kind of second guessing it. And I realized the reason that I was second guessing it is because I was a little bit nervous. I was nervous to tell you guys, nervous to, you know, share the fact that I was combing out my locks, because that's the reason why people follow me, is for my locks, for my hair. I was feeling nervous to share the news, but here I am, finally sharing. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to try and talk and do makeup. Hold please. And not just for the social media part of it. For me personally, locks have been such a huge part of my life and my lifestyle for such a long time. Like I said, 18 years. Nearly 20 years of my life I've had locks, and I've been used to just getting up and going, shaking and going. Like if I want to do braids or braid outs, it's super easy to put them in, no added products, just spray my hair with water. So all those things I was thinking about, like, am I really ready to embrace everything that comes with having my loose natural hair out? Because I don't really know what to fully expect because I've never had to take care of my loose natural hair at the length that it is now. I was thinking about all those things kind of going back and forth, but then I was like, when I look in the mirror and I see my locks, it doesn't make me feel as happy and excited as it used to. And I was honestly shocked by that because locks have been my life, but I can't really, if you've gone through this experience, then you understand what I'm talking about. But I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, I don't feel good about my hair. Like, I love locks. I think that locks are gorgeous. But when I was looking in the mirror, and it might be partially because of all of the postpartum hair loss, you know, but overall, looking at like my locks, my actual grown, fully grown locks, I was like, it doesn't feel as much like me anymore. So I have to do something about it. I can't just keep my hair, you know, I have to change and I have to adapt and adjust to what I'm feeling with my hair. You know, it's important to love your hair. And when you look in the mirror, it's important to see something that you love. And that's why it was back and forth, because I felt like locks were just a part of me. I think that's also why I need to change my hair, is because I've changed inside as a person these last couple years, especially the last year. And the thing is, I've documented every single aspect of my loc journey. Like I have documented everything. So from my first Loc Set to this one, I've documented so much of it, and I'm really happy that I did that because it's there for you guys to look back on, but also for me to look back on. And if my nails look kind of black, it's because the dye was staining my nails when I was combing out my locks, because I did already start the process, and I'll show you that in the end of the video. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is Rare Beauty Love. I'm not going to be doing a big chop this time. I don't feel like that's the right decision for me right now. I really don't. So I've already started combing out my locks. I know, call me crazy. I have almost 600 locks and I'm combing all of them out by myself. So good. If you haven't tried hibiscus tea, definitely try it. Apparently this is good for heart health. So good. But honestly, feel free to call me crazy in the comments. I totally accept it. I am a little crazy for doing this all by myself, but I am also very excited to do it as well. Ideally, I would like to finish by the end of the year, but we'll see how it goes. I think end of the year is reasonable. I want to finish by the end of the year so that I'll have time to get to know my hair like before my birthday. My birthday's in April, so that I can feel really good about my hair by then. And when I did my big chop with my first Loc Set, I'm trying to get like a berry look, a berry lip. I'm feeling inspired by fall and also by my tea. Kind of matches. But yeah, when I did my big chop, I started combing out at first, and that's on my channel, but then I was just so over it. I was over having that Loc Set at the time. So I just big chopped, but I'm determined not to do that this time because I really don't want short hair right now. I want to have as much length as possible. So that's why I'm combing them out. But okay, I think my makeup is done. Hopefully it looks like fall-like. I think it does. I'm gonna take out the braids now. With my first big chop, my first Loc Set big chop, the reason why I was so eager to get back to locks is because I just wanted to go smaller and experience that. And also just the mental state I was in. I was not in the mindset or mental state to be able to take care of my hair. Sorry if you can hear that. There's like people doing yard work. Yeah, I wasn't in the mental state to take care of my loose hair properly because it is more demanding than locks for sure. So that's why I was eager to get back into the locked life, and that was the right choice for me at the time. But I'm in a different mental space now, and I feel ready to take on that task. And I know a lot of people think that you can't comb out locks for some reason. That's a common misconception. And I'm gonna do a whole video on the best way to comb out locks because I've learned a lot of things along the way with this process, but it's definitely possible. And people especially are shocked that you can comb out locks when they're interlocked, because tons of people comb out traditional locks, but you don't see a lot of people combing out sister locks or micro locks that are interlocked as much online. But take it from me, it is very, very possible. It is possible. I'm doing it right now. So it's almost like combing out a really tight, small braid because the interlocking pattern creates sort of a four strand braid. So it's definitely more than possible. And when I was combing out my hair, I honestly loved the feeling of feeling the softness of my hair texture, and I couldn't shake that feeling. Like, it was just so nice to feel the actual texture of my hair and to see my curls and the little curl pattern and the coiliness. And I just fell in love with my hair from when I combed it out in the summer, the perimeter in the summer. I really want to explore my loose natural hair because I just haven't. I've never explored my loose natural hair as an adult. And I know that a lot of you have had loose natural hair for years and you decided to get locks and you love locks because it's low maintenance. But keep in mind that I haven't explored and tried different styles with my loose natural hair ever. I've never done that. I mean, you can count the year that I had my short hair, but my hair was like bald basically and then 2 to 3 inches. So it's like you can't really do much with hair that short. And I just want to say that, like I was saying before, I love my locks. I love and appreciate the lock style. And that's definitely not it's not like I hate locks. It's just on me right now, it's not doing anything for me. Like, even taking out these braids right now, it's like, it looks nice, but it's not doing anything for me. Does that make sense? And the last couple of reties, I've been really uninspired to do my reties. And that's kind of weird for me because normally I'm like, okay, retie, self-care, let's tackle this, let's do it. Let's put on our show and chill out and just work on my hair. And I genuinely treated it like self-care. But the past 2 reties, it's felt like just a chore that I do not want to tackle. And I was surprised by that. And I think the reason why I was not looking forward to doing my reties was because subconsciously I didn't want to lock my hair anymore. Because the process of doing your reties, you're continuing the process of locking your hair. You're retightening your new growth so that it can turn into a lock. I didn't realize why, and I genuinely think it's because I just don't want my hair locked anymore. And another thing, I no longer enjoy the look of a fresh retie, like, at all. I don't like seeing the clean parts. I don't like seeing everything so defined, like having the same parts everywhere, every single retie. It doesn't look good to me on me. So all of these things kind of contributed to the decision to comb out my locks and start my loose natural hair journey, which is still even crazy to say. I still can't believe that I'm actually doing it, to be honest. And the fact that, so my last retie was in August. Originally I was planning on waiting until the new year to start combing them out, but I just kept thinking about it. Before I knew it, I was combing out my locks. So my last retie was at the end of August, and that was literally my last retie with this Loc Set. So yeah, and to be honest, I feel relieved. I feel relieved that I don't have to do another retie. So that should tell you something. And something else I wanted to touch on, when I was a little girl, as much as I loved my hair, I genuinely believed that I couldn't grow my loose natural hair long. And I was reflecting on that and I'm like, wow, that's crazy that I actually believe that. That was the main motivation for me to get locks. Like that, the fact that locks would allow my hair to grow long was my main motivation for getting locks. And for most of my first lock journey, that's what I believed. I believed that that was the only way to grow my hair long. And that's just not true. I mean, we can see on social media now so many creators with my hair type or similar hair type who have waist length hair, you know, hair going way down their back, and it's all their hair. So obviously that is debunked, but that's what I believed. And my mom took care of my hair to the best of her knowledge, but I think my hair definitely stopped retaining length at a certain point. And because of the detangling process, I think my hair was breaking off at the same rate that it was growing in. So I've kind of been testing things out with my youngest son's hair because his hair is long, and I've been detangling gently. I've done 2 trims in his hair so far to get rid of his split ends, and his hair is growing really nicely. So yeah, I think that's mainly due to the way that I detangle his hair, because there's I don't think any breakage. Obviously shedding is normal, but there's no breakage because of, you know, how gently I'm detangling his hair. But anyway, I say all of that to say that I just want to learn my loose natural hair. You know, I just want to learn it. Like, I've learned my locks. I know everything about my locks. I've done everything that I've wanted to do with my locks. Everything that I didn't want to do, I followed through with it. You know, like, I didn't bleach it. I didn't use permanent dye. I kept up with my ACV rinses. I trimmed it every single year. I found a really good wash day routine that worked for me, and it cultivated healthy hair and healthy scalp. I got rid of my dandruff because of the products that I was using, and I got into the perfect routine for my hair. And along the way, along this journey, I also learned that I do not have the desire to grow my locks long. In the beginning, I have a video on it saying my goal length is hip length, I believe. Now my goal length is hip length, but not with locks, with my loose natural hair. Yes. I want long loose natural hair. That is my new goal. And I think it's because maybe I've done it already with locks, but also just short locks. I just love it. I love short locks. I think it's just easy, it's fun, it's just carefree, you know? Ultimately, that's why I love it. But these braids turned out cute, you know? It definitely turned out cute. It's just, maybe I'll do a side part. Yeah, it's honestly cute. It's cute. It's just not, I'm more excited about my loose natural hair at this point. But makeup is done, hair is done. So just what else do I want to talk about? Most importantly, I followed through and I cut my hair into a locked bob, which felt so freeing, and I'm so happy that I did it. I don't regret it at all. When I had in my head to do a bob, I was not thinking of combing out my locks, but it just worked out because now that my hair is shorter, I can easily comb out. It's like less locks to comb out. So it worked out. And honestly, I'm just ready to experience something new. The thing is, I can always go back to locks if I want. Now, my mom is definitely not going to install a 3rd set of locks for me. And I wouldn't expect her to anyway. That's just a lot of work. But I would just do it myself and I wouldn't worry about a grid. And I would do way less locks. I would do like 300 to 350 locks, and I would just maybe install it with braids or 2-strand twists or something, just chill, you know, and not worry too much about the grid. But that's the thing, like, I can grow it, I can cut my hair, I can lock it, I can keep it loose and out. So I have options and I can choose whatever I want to do. The priority for me is just making sure that my hair is healthy. I feel like that's always been the most important thing for me, is just to make sure that my hair is healthy and I'm taking care of it well. But I really want to make a true effort with my loose natural hair, and I'm excited, honestly. I'm excited to just explore the hair that God gave me that's growing out of my scalp. And I'm curious to see, like, what's an afro gonna look like on me? What's a twist out gonna look like on me? What's a high puff gonna look like on me? So many things that I'm really excited to try. I have a lot of work ahead of me. I still have majority of my hair to comb out, and I will be documenting everything. So even though I'm really excited, I am a little bit nervous to actually tackle the rest of my hair because it is a lot of work. But I am going to show you where I am so far. And I literally just cut like a chunk of hair out of, no, I shaved a chunk of hair out of the back of my hair just now by accident before filming this video because I wanted to line up the back of my neck and my glasses slipped down. I couldn't see, and I think I just went up a little bit too high. So I literally cut a chunk of my hair out of the back of my loose hair. It'll grow back, it's fine. I'm just gonna use lots of rosemary oil. But this, all of this right here is my loose hair. I hope you can see it. Should be able to. All of this is my loose hair. You can see, I see that? I just shaved my hair off. Luckily it's at the very back, so this was the shortest part, but still, I cut that. This is my hair. These are all the twists that I have in right now. Yeah, this is the twist here. So yeah, isn't that crazy? If you haven't already, subscribe to follow along on this brand new journey. I'm excited but nervous to post this and to share this with you, but I hope that you'll continue to support my channel and stay tuned for all the new content. Loc comb out process, and then learning my loose natural hair, bringing it back to health, because I have a lot of split ends and I would say my hair is partially damaged, but I'm going to try my best to avoid a big chop and just nurse it back to health. I definitely think it's possible. I am testing out a few products as I go, and I'm learning what my hair likes and doesn't like. So I hope that you guys support this decision, and regardless, it's happening. It's already in the process. So yeah, if any of you can relate, or if any of you are in the same boat, if you're combing out your locks, please comment down below so that we can kind of, you know, be in it together. But that is it for this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.